Hey, Tiger Talk fam. Welcome to our 15th episode of Tiger Talk for Season 4. We're your host. I'm Sophia. I'm in the 5th grade.
I'm Brayden, and I'm a 4th grader.
I'm Gabby. I'm also a 4th grader.
We are East students at John Tyson Elementary in Springdale, Arkansas.
This year, our school is celebrating its 50th anniversary.
So we are going to tell you of golden stories. We have invited Tyson Tigers from 1972 through 2022 to join us this season.
Today, we're talking with Mr. John Threet, former student at JTE.
Welcome. Please tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Threet.
Well, I was a prosecuting attorney for many years for Washington County. You know, this is Washington County that we're in. And Madison County, which is next door. So I prosecuted in court criminals, people who were accused of committing crimes. And then for the last 8 years, I've been a circuit judge dealing with people who sue each other and that sort of stuff. And Miss Boogaart promised me that if I came on this show, I might get a movie deal in Hollywood. So I'm looking forward to that. Do you think she was being 100% honest with me?
No, I do not think so.
Oh, man. And I trusted her. All right, fine.
What years were you at John Tyson Elementary School?
The years, you said 72 is when the doors opened up?
Yes.
I was 72 through 77, I believe.
Wow.
So when it first opened up, we moved from Lee Elementary, which is close to, I don't know if you guys know where that is, Quant Avenue. It's real close to downtown Springdale. And so when they opened up Tyson, we quit going there, and they started having us go over here.
Okay. What is a lesson you learned at JTE that has helped you in life?
I don't know if I can remember so much what I learned as far as to read and write and that kind of stuff. I'm sure I learned it there. I had to learn it somewhere. I know how to read and write for the most part. But one of the things that I thought was really good, the teachers were all good about this too, is we got learned how to cooperate with each other, how to be a team, loyalty, because when we came here, this was our school. It was brand new. Nobody else had a brand new school. We did. We voted on Tigers being the mascot, and I've noticed that your Tiger is a little different than what we had. Your Tiger's kind of mean, violent looking. We were a peaceful lot. Our Tiger was kind of cartoonish. It was sitting there and it had a big tail behind it, and we had pencils and T-shirts, and so we got to feel like a real group, that it was our school, and felt really, a lot of cooperation between everybody, and competitive. We were competitive with other people.
Wow, that's fantastic.
What is your favorite JTE memory?
So many. Two really stand out. One was for our Christmas program one year, I got a solo called Dear Santa, I Hope You've Had Measles, because it was about a kid who got measles and he's afraid Santa Claus wouldn't come. So I'd sing, Dear Santa, I hope you've had measles, because I need your help right away. And it goes on and on and on. I still remember that song from like 4th grade. And my mom bought me some Dallas Cowboy pajamas that were long sleeve pajamas, and I was going to wear that in the Christmas program when I sang the song. And I got to do it although I was a Buffalo Bills fan, because Joe Ferguson was a quarterback there, and he went to the University of Arkansas down the road. But when I did it in front of the kids, and then that next night I was supposed to do it in front of all the parents and everybody, grandparents, aunts, uncles, all blah, 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 in the cafeteria, and I got the pink eye. You ever heard of the pink eye?
Yes.
Have you really? How do you know about pink eye? They still have it? Still goes around?
My friend said that she rubbed deodorant on her eye and she got pink eye.
That might be what it is. That she may have just had a red eye because she was. Why was she rubbing deodorant in her eye?
Because she didn't want to go to school.
Well, that would do it, but that would lead to a whole lot of other issues she might need to deal with. But anyway, it's very contagious, and so I couldn't do it in the cafeteria that night of our big Christmas program. But the other memory that I really think about is back in our day. You know how you guys got security? You push a button and you talk and you get let in and all that stuff, and you've got to keep up with what bus you're on or whether your parents are See, back in my day, we didn't have any of that. When school bell rang, we were done. We were on our own. And a lot of times, instead of getting on my bus, I live about, you guys know where the, right before you get to the interstate near Arvest Ballpark, there is that Casey's and that Walmart neighborhood market on John Tyson Boulevard. You know
Yes.
what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, about 2 miles away from here, 2.5 miles. Well, my 2-story rock house across from that Casey's was the house I grew up in. And some days when school was out, I would try to beat my bus home. So I would run and try and beat. And most of the time I did. Sometimes I'd stop at like Peaceful Valley. I'd see friends, and I wouldn't get home for hours. But those are probably my 2 biggest memories from Tyson.
Those are fantastic memories.
Why is
thank you.
why is JTE special to you?
You know, you had an incredible young lady on here recently, Meredith Boogaart, if I remember right. And she talked about knowing people from there. It's amazing. She's a little younger than I am by, 4 decades or so. About 4, 3.5. The same thing when I listened to you guys do your podcast with Meredith. It's the same thing. I've got probably 15 people that I know from John Tyson that I still keep up with, and actually 2 teachers, Miss Strange and Miss Trumbo. And one of the guys I had not seen since 6th grade. We were real good friends, spend the night over at each other's house. He lived in that neighborhood over by Southwest Junior High, and then I lived in that rock house. We'd spend the night with each. Didn't see him since 6th grade because we moved way outside of Chicago. And my freshman year at Washita Baptist, where I went to college, he was leaning up against a tree, and I said, John Green. And so we've kept up with each other again since then, and he lives here too. But it's knowing the people. I think that's what makes Tyson special. We were at a birthday party for somebody. I don't even remember who it was, and it wasn't a Tyson event. It was just a bunch of people, and there was like 5 of us who went to John Tyson. So we took a picture and made a T with our hands like this, like you're calling timeout, and took a picture with all of us doing this because we'd all gone to Tyson. So I think that's special.
That sounds very special.
Our school mascot is the tiger. If you were a tiger, what sound would you make?
You know, I probably wouldn't, because all the other tigers would beat me up, and it would be humiliating for me. So, that sounds like I'm about, just got up in the morning and I'm somebody's great-grandfather, and I just coughed. I don't know that I could do a very good tiger at all.
Wow, that's amazing.
Kind of.
Our East program started a campaign to spread positivity. What is the best way you know to spread positivity?
You know, what I tell people is it doesn't cost you a dime more to be nice to people. What does that mean? What do you think that means?
Being nice is free.
Exactly. Very good. Way to go. Gabby, right?
Yes.
All right. Beautiful work there, Gabby. It doesn't cost a dime more to be nice to people instead of being mean. As far as it's up to you, you should get along with everybody because that helps you as well as them. And also attitude, because a lot of times you sit around, people are griping and complaining about whatever's going on. And that's not constructive. That's not helping the situation any. And after a while, people don't usually like to hang out with people that are always whining and griping and complaining. So have a positive attitude, and that helps. Being positive, it helps with being positive, I guess. It kind of answers itself there, doesn't it?
That's a great way to spread positivity.
Thank you for sharing your golden story with us. Once a tiger, always a tiger.
Now it's time for a tiger tee-hee.
Who came up with that title? Did Miss Boogaart? Because I can so see her saying tiger tee.
No, it was us.
It was you guys? Really? Huh. She's rubbing off on you guys.
We looked up synonyms for
Giggle.
and the one that we liked the best that started with a T was tee-hee.
There you go. All right. Did some research. That's good.
The tiger tee-hee is the time when we tell you a joke to make you laugh because we think the world needs more laughter.
We have heard you are a funny man and a judge, so we have a judge joke for
Well,
you.
you better keep in mind, though, that as a judge, I have the power and the authority to hold somebody in contempt if it's not a funny joke. So you better be careful. Make sure. Of course, who would in this room would I hold in contempt and have them go to jail? Who do you think?
Miss Boogaart.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Everybody would vote that. That'd be unanimous. Okay, I'm ready.
What did the judge say when the skunk walked into the courtroom?
I have no idea. I really don't.
Odor in the court.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Odor in the court.
Have you ever had a skunk in your court, Judge Threet?
I've had some people that I felt were skunk-ish, skunk-like, and some people who smelled bad. But not an actual skunk. I had a dog or two that came in.
Wow.
You are the first judge that we have ever had on Tiger Talk. So do you mind if we ask you a few questions about being a judge? Why are judges called...
Yeah, you're not going to wait for me to answer, if I mind, if you ask me a few questions about being a judge?
Will you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why are judges called honorable, and why do people stand when the judge walks into the court?
The honorable thing I read was probably started in the medieval times, maybe around 1200 or so in Europe, where anybody that had a title, a baron, a knight, anyone like that, would get the title of honor or honorable. And it over the years, and judges were in that group because they had a title, the title of judge or magistrate or whatever title it would be. And over the years, it dropped for a lot of them. But, we call other people other than judges honorable, usually on the federal level, like U.S. senators, U.S. representatives, the president, the governor of the state is called honorable. So it's really showing respect for that title that they have. And as far as standing up in court, when the judge walks in, the bailiff will say, all rise, and sometimes they'll say the honorable court of whatever, God save the queen. Well, that'd be king, but we don't do that anymore because we're not under England. But they would, if when the judge comes in and everybody rises, if you think you're in trouble, you've got a head start on running because you're already up, kind of in the running position. And if you think I got to get out of here, you take off running. But that's not. I think it's just respect, because our system of law, we live by the law in the United States, and so it's a way to show respect for the law that we live under. I think so. It's just a sign of respect for the law itself.
Up next, we will be back with you in January 2023 for the remainder of Season 4.
Me and Mr. Threet have a song for you. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away.
This year,
I'm giving it to someone special.
Yeah, that's as far as I can go.
From all of us to all of you, our wonderful Tiger Talk fam, Merry Christmas. Tiger Talk to you later in 2023. Roar!